Hi, Sophie.
Hello.
Nice meeting you after having so many phone calls with you.
Oh, very nice to meet you as well.
I think this is our first in-person meeting.
Correct.
So, should you please tell me something about Ripples and what kind of projects that you do at Ripples?
Okay. So, Ripple X Media Private Limited is an influencer marketing agency. So, we do paid partnership with influencers as well as with the brand. We associate with the brand and we do a lot of ads in the Instagram platform. So this has been the business.
Okay.
So I have been in this company from past 3.5 years. So we take up a lot of top notch brands in the company, and we do reels, ads, and most of the youngsters are engaged in this particular platform. So that's when we came up into this business, and we are there in this business from past 10 years. So we initially started as blog marketing, then we moved to completely influencer marketing.
And how did this name Ripple Links come? What is the story behind that?
Okay, I think we should ask the co-founder and the co-founder who's Deepak and Payal. So it is a couple who runs the show here. So both being in aspirants from the MBA background, so they started this as as a business, slowly started the marketing thing. And there are certain brands who are there with us from day one. Say for example, Colgate, Prestige. These are all our home brands. So slowly we got into back to back businesses from the top brands of the country. So that's how the word meaning ripple means a drop feel ripple effect. So it spreads. So that's how the brand is also growing, the company is also growing. So that's when they came up with this particular name called Ripple Link.
I think it's a very innovative and thoughtful name.
Okay. All credit goes to the founder. So I was just the manager here.
I would love to meet them also sometime if possible.
Sure.
So, what is the selection process like? So, what is it that you look at when you are looking to hire some candidates?
Okay, so it's a very beautiful question. So, we have couple of, as I told you, this business is itself is concentrating more on the between the millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha. So, this is these people are the target audiences. So likewise, to work inside such kind of a company, we are looking for young talents with more innovative ideas, and where they can put forth their new concepts, people who think out of the box. All these things we look into the candidate first. So then the second comes the attitude of the candidate. So how focused and goal oriented they are, so that they can align with the company for longer term work. So these are the two important aspects. And thirdly would be stability, and then the last comes the experience. So getting into all these things, these are the key aspects that a person can be employed in this particular organization.
So, a lot of our students like Sagar, Abdul Rahman, Sangeeta, Devdas, and now even Jishnu is working here. What do you have to say about them? Are you happy with our candidates?
Firstly, I would say Sagar. Sagar is a fantastic guy from day one to till now. We have seen his graph, the way he's been working with us. So initially, he knew only the basic editing. But the kind of work we got, all those videos he has been creating. I mean, the edits, whatsoever it is, technically speaking. So it is all approved by the top brands of the, as I told you, we are working with the top brands. Everything is approved at one go. So that itself is the greatest contribution from your end, from your students. So it definitely matters. So then, after having a regular conversation with you, after having a very well satisfied with the candidate called Sagar, so that's when we got into Jishnu, Sangeeta. Then we also had couple of AI projects as well. So the company is also growing. So we were looking for candidates from AI background and all who knows photo editing as such. So these people did really good job, and their contribution towards the company is really very great.
I'm really, really happy to hear that. So our main aim is to teach them and make sure they're settled, and feedback like this from the client makes us feel like we've done our job.
Yeah. So Sagar is now he'll be getting promoted to senior editor. So now we have been proposing to the management because his appraisals are shortly coming. And from the day one till today, his leads are planned. The candidate itself is too good. I mean is goal oriented, focused.
So I must start him for a treat. So how important is the portfolio in the selection process?
In a sense, can you be
Like their work. Do you also look at the previous work they've done, or do you give them a test? How does it work?
Yes, people coming from your end, especially from Arena Multimedia. So here they would have learned the concept. So they wouldn't have implemented, nor they wouldn't have been productive. So but while coming here, we will see how the person is even if you teach also, there will be self-initiative learning will also be there. So upgrading themselves with the latest tools and techniques, where it is helping their current job. That also we will take up. So as and when the new trends, how are we aligning with the pop culture, what is the latest things which are happening, everything an editor should know. Suppose in a video, if there are latest trend music adding to it, everything it's a combination where that is the thing that we look into a category.
So, what is the future of the advertising field? Like, what are the trends that you see that are upcoming that students should be aware of?
So, if you see our generation and all, we have grown up, looking the ads at TV, right? So, now, today we have YouTubes. There is no single video, without skipping an ad, we see any video, right? So, that is how we have been grown up. So, now, there is a millennial crowd where it puts all the videos in the digital platform. I would 100% sure you wouldn't be seeing serials. You would be seeing series in fact. So these are the new trends where in Amazon or Netflix, Instagram, YouTube. So there are various streams where it is upgrading itself. Where you will also be before and all in Amazon ads used to not be there. Now it is there. So that's how we have been evolving ourselves in the field of advertisement. So it definitely has a great way to go. So we have influencers from kid to baby to the the grannies there. So everybody are trying to promote some or the other products via Instagram. So they are so-called influencers. So that is how we are also there in the market running the business. So these are the latest trends I would say.
Right. Thank you so much for your time, Shruti. These are the questions that I have.
Oh, thank you so much, Samrit. It was nice meeting you, and thank you for your time for coming all the way here.
And I think this was long impending. Like I said, we already had phone calls, and I think it was important that we meet in person once.